Rakatha Yahweh, Rakatha Yahweh Shai, Rakatha Yahweh, Rakatha Yahweh Shai, Rakatha Yahweh, Rakatha Yahweh Shai. Call Halon, Wahawad, like Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS. Peace, blessings to the hopeful elect. And salutations to the brothers who's doing this work with truth and sincerity. Alright, so this is Samat coming to you, the spirit power of Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Shai, with another lesson. Through the spirit, hope this edifying. So I pretty much just out here on this day. It's a Shabbat. I got off, so call Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Shai for that. I'm just out here with my little one. She's out here just playing and all that, and I just figured I'd, throw up this lesson, essentially to, shed light on the topic of catching hell. All right, so when you go into Sirach, the second chapter, it goes into, how when you come into this truth, you have to be prepared for catching hell and temptation and these different things that come your way, and ultimately we have to understand that yes, we're going to have hell and there's going to be trials and tribulations that come our way, and ultimately these trials and these tribulations are meant to build us up, okay? Because the Most High is not just going to give you strength of mind. He's not just going to give you wisdom, he's not just going to give you courage and discernment and these different things. You pray for these things, and what you're going to notice that happens when you seriously pray for these things and you rise to the challenge, what you're going to notice is that Most High is going to send obstacles and challenges and difficulties for you to overcome, which is in return going to give you strength, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and ultimately, that's just what we have to do and overcome in order to receive the blessings that we ask for, And, I was conversing with a few brothers over the last few days, just on the topic of like catching hell and going through it and different things. And a trend that I've learned, and this is going in from personal experience, as well as just taking heed to other brothers and what they're going through, and from the stories and the things I'm hearing, there is a such thing as self-inflicted hell. All right. For the most part, the hell that we're going to go through are going to be challenges sent from the Heavenly Father. But then I'm noticing, brothers, there's another aspect of catching hell, and it's self-inflicted, man. You got guys that, you got bros that are seriously like putting themselves in situations that are making them catch hell. It's not even things that you ought to be catching hell in, Brothers, when they say, oh, Satan this, devil this, Esau this, but then when you have them break it down to you what's going on and what's happening, you put two and two together and you like, bro, you did this to yourself, man. You did this to yourself. You talking about being in situations where you can't control, you're always in worldly situations where you got, drinking and fighting and getting into different altercations. And then, you tell me every weekend, every other day, you at a bar with niggas in the world that sell drugs, and only thing they care about is bitches, money, and designer clothes, man. And sitting on the corner all day. And you wondering why when you go out, you get drunk, you getting into shit that you shouldn't be getting into. Next thing you know, your spirit is dampering. You getting disciplinary actions at the job because you're showing up late, because you're showing up to the job drunk, smelling like liquor. And you wonder why you getting fired, why you getting suspended, why you getting written up, why you're not getting that promotion. These are things that are self-inflicted, man. You're putting yourself in hell because of the actions and the choices you make. Okay, we have no control over anything in this world, right? But we have limited control over our actions and the things that we do on a daily basis. You decide whether or not you're gonna go out on a Thursday night knowing you gotta work Friday morning at 6 a.m., but you wanna go out to the bar with niggas in the world at 12 o'clock and get shit-faced drunk and get into a fight. Now you got a black eye, busted lip, or maybe you don't, but you get arrested or some dumb shit, man, because of the choices you make. All right, that's just one example. You know, if you want to talk financial, you know, you claim that you can't take care of you struggling with taking care of your kids, or you're being on your ass about not, you know, paying child support, or even if you're not on child support, but not being able to step up when she needs something, you know, because you can't give her $100 here, 150 here, 75 here, because you ain't got no job. Or you do got a job, but you working at come on, man, we grown ass men. You working at Wendy's, man. Now, a job is a job, yes, but you shouldn't be okay with the bare minimum, man. You know, just like we're not okay with the bare minimum here in this truth, we shouldn't be okay with the bare minimum in truth. The same should apply to our lives. You should strive to have enough, right, to be able to support your financial expectations. Rent, food, car insurance, phone bill, internet, gas, and then if you have children, to be able to support the children. Anything else after that is extra, man. But we are pursuing the Proverbs. Can't remember the exact chapter, but Proverbs, where it says, Solomon said, "Give me neither poverty nor riches, but feed me with food that is convenient for me." You know, give me neither poverty so that I be poor and I take the name of the Lord in vain, you know, and I steal and rob and things like that. And then he said, give me neither riches, all right, where I forget the Lord and don't need you, roughly paraphrasing, all right? So you don't want to be rich in this world, but you don't want to be poor, because money is a defense, all right? But brothers are putting themselves in situations to where, here it is, you got the opportunity to get a better paying job where you can, you know, support yourself and your finances, all right? Then do that. Keep it really simple, man. Keep it really simple. Now, I'm not gonna make this lesson too long, but I got my Edomite neighbor getting ready to pull up in a second, so I'm trying to keep it copacetic. He's gonna might try to talk, so I'm gonna try to keep it real short and simple so I can get right back to the lesson. Salakia. But yeah, man, there's a lot of things that's self-inflicted. You know, brothers don't really do what needs to be done, man. You know, you gotta apply yourself in this truth, and you gotta apply the spirit to everything and every aspect of your life, you know? So that's just what needs to be done. How you doing? What's going on?
Where is everybody?
I know, everybody's going. It's like no spots are here, which is good for us, but but yeah, I guess everybody's at work.
I love
nice
your
out.
bubbles. Yeah. Bubbles. Oh, where'd they go?
Yeah, she keep putting the flowers in the thing and keep getting blocked up.
That's funny. Oh, bye-bye. Bye-bye, Bubbles.
Saying bye-bye. But yeah, so it's as simple as that. Like I said, you got to understand that what goes into this life is discipline, responsibility, and calling yourself and being a man. You know what I mean? And part of being a man is doing what needs to be done. You know, you should be working hard. All right. You should be applying yourself. The scripture says everything you do it as unto the Lord, man. So we have to make sure our eye is focused on the kingdom first and foremost, and making sure that we're right with the Lord. And then by doing so, what the Most High is going to do is he's going to bless our hands in a way where he's going to put us in a position to where we have our daily bread, man, and we're not struggling All right, but he's not giving us an abundance and access to the point where we feel like we're getting caught up in the world. You know, that's the right mindset to be in, because you got some brothers who are a little too money driven, you know, where they be grinding and all that, and then with any minor financial inconvenience that comes their way, now it's World War III, you know, and they're making a big deal out of it because they've had an abundance of finances, and they've been always grinding and working towards finances. You know, it's kind of becoming a minor obsession, which is you know, an imbalance. You know what I mean? And then when any because financial inconveniences are inevitable, it's going to happen. All right, in one way or another, every brother's going to experience this throughout their course. You know, multiple times, man, not just one time. You know, so you got to have the discernment, you got to have the integrity to be able to keep your composure and your emotions in check when that happens. And if your mind is focused on what's important, you know, the kingdom and doing the work and getting right with the Lord and making sure your spirit is on and you're walking down the path to the kingdom, you know what I mean? Everything else is a byproduct, okay? The Most High will make sure you're quote unquote, I don't even want to say comfortable. The Most High is going to make sure you're content, all right? Because contentment and comfortability are two different things, all right? Comfortability breeds complacency, and complacency breeds lack of growth, all right? Or it yields no growth. Whereas contentment does not necessarily yield complacency, all right? Because being content just means that you accept what you have and where you are, but in the meantime, you're still working and pushing forward to grow, all right? To grow and to advance, and then you're patient with it. Because you're content, you're patient with where you are, or you're content with what you have and where you are. So as you grind to get to the next level and to grow, whatever aspect that is, you know, first and foremost in knowledge, wisdom, understanding, faith, and then everything else that comes with that. You're patient with the process, and you know that's the key to this truth. You know, is patience. So that's why you want to, as brothers, we need to put ourselves in a position to where we can have that level of contentment, so that we don't feel like if the Lord don't come back tomorrow or next month, you know, we fuck around and fall out, man. Or we can't bear it. You know what I mean? You want to be in that everyday spirit of praying the Lord to come back, but you also want to be in a patient spirit to where you're like, you know what? My spirit is in a place where I can sustain until the Lord ends this place, all right? And part of that spirit is making sure your affairs are in order, okay? So make sure your home is in order. Make sure your family is in order. Make sure your finances are in order. You know, be a man. Make sure your personal life is in order. All right? Don't be, like, if you notice that you're having a problem with motivation and discipline, stop hanging around worldly people who don't yield patience or faith and discipline. All right? Be around the brothers who have the same spirit that you want. Start hanging around brothers who are in the position that you want to be in. If you want to be more wise, start hanging around or start talking to brothers who are wiser than you. If you want to be more disciplined, start talking to brothers who are more disciplined than you. All right? And listen, don't take the brotherhood for granted. All right? Because the brotherhood is one of the most important things we have here on this world, or on this earth, while we're in this world. You know, next to faith and this knowledge, the brotherhood is the next best thing, man. So take advantage of it. All right? Talk to brothers on a daily basis. You should be talking to brothers on a daily basis. You don't have to talk to the same brother every single day. But if that's the kind of relationship you have with their brother, take advantage of that. Both of you, take advantage of each other, man. We all use each other, okay? In good ways, all right? We use each other for support. We use each other for guidance. We use each other for enlightenment, all right? So use the brothers around you. If you have multiple brothers, talk to a brother every day. You should have a conversation with a brother every day. Check in with brothers, you know? Make sure brothers is good. Even if it's just a 5-minute phone conversation. You know, a few messages exchanged through text. Even though, you know, once you get into the heat of conversation, it's never really going to be that short, and that's good, man. Because that's ultimately going to keep your spirit in track. That's going to keep your spirit in the right track. It's going to keep you engulfed in the word. Because when you talk to brothers in the world, yeah, You're going to have conversations outside of the truth, but 80%, 90% of the time, you're talking about things that pertain to the spirit and personal growth in the truth, in the spirit, which once you benefit and grow in the spirit, if you're doing it right, it's inevitable that it's going to be a domino effect that other aspects of your life are going to be in order. So if you get right in the spirit and you really become a doer of the word, like in its entirety, right? And really develop as a man by getting knowledge and enlightenment in the truth, in the word, you're going to notice that your physical health is going to improve, right? Your physical fitness level is going to improve. Your discipline, your finances, because getting discipline usually goes multiple ways, all right? If you get discipline in finance, if you get discipline in fitness and health, right? Diet and nutrition and exercise, it's inevitable for you to be disciplined in your work and and in your finances. So you're going to go to work and you're going to apply yourself and you're going to work hard at your job. Because when you go to work, you're thinking like, you know what? I'm a representation of my power, of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. So I'm going to make sure that my work ethic is a direct reflection of my spirit and who I am. All right? And we apply that to everything in life. So like I said, just kind of wrap everything together in conclusion. Catching hell is a part of this walk, but there is a such thing as self-inflicted hell. So be mindful of that. As you self-examine yourself and you're catching hell, I need you brothers to sit here and think like, is this self-inflicted or is this of the Lord? And be honest with yourself. All right. So, like I said, Lord willing, this video was edifying. Until next time, shalom.